Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Shields and Mikey, and we're going to do like a shorter video this time. This is Georgia Tech and Miami. You probably already heard a little bit about this, but we're just going to react to the last bit of this game. Probably what some people are saying the worst loss ever of how it was handled.
Blasphemy. I mean, can't recall anything worse from a coaching perspective. As bad as it gets.
Now, by the way, let's set the stage real quick before we jump into this last bit of the highlights. Miami has a chance to be a playoff team. They had a really big win over Texas A&M a few weeks ago, if you guys remember. 4-0 in conference play against Georgia Tech. You know, yeah. Georgia Tech, they were like 20-point favorites actually against Georgia Tech.
They were 19 and a half, I think.
So when you have a 20-point favorite, you're up 3. You have literally a Georgia Tech team with 1 timeout left. In this situation, you need it or run the ball, kill the clock, right? Something similar, right? Let's see what happens.
You just picked up a first down, yeah. So here we go, 3rd and 10. Georgia Tech has no timeouts left.
Why are we running the ball?
Win the game, right there. All you have to do is take a knee.
Number 13 is a hero right there.
And if you watch this, you don't really fully understand it yet. Fumble.
That is crazy.
Wild. I mean, they snapped the ball with 30 seconds left on the clock. You take a knee, the game's over.
Now,
game ends. All you do is literally snap the ball and put your knee on the ground, and Miami, the game is over. Miami wins.
All right,
and goes immediately to 5-0.
Let's look at this. They have 74 yards to the end zone. They could tie it, of course, with 3, but there's 22 seconds left. 22. No timeouts.
3 to the field for King. Up in the pocket, gonna loop it down the field, and it is
unbelievable.
I mean,
how did he get
outrageous?
That ball? Poor pursuit by the defense.
14 seconds left.
10 seconds to go. 2nd and 10. 44-yard line. Oh, he's going to get it off. How do you lose him?
4 defenders, and this receiver gets behind all 4 of them.
They're throwing.
We have one job. I mean, we shouldn't even be here. I agree. We shouldn't even be here. They should already be in the locker room celebrating their win. But nonetheless, we are there, and then you have one priority: keep your receivers in front of you. I mean, it's terrible, and I feel terrible for the guys because, I mean, your whole season right there, the whole season right there.
Like, how does this happen?
The whole
though?
season.
You like
such terrible coaching. I mean, the coach should be fined and fired because, like, I mean, you are like that lineman crying on the sidelines, like they put their whole well-being and the whole well-being, game management, everything in the coach's hands, and he throws it out the window with just negligence, complete negligence.
Not only do you have an offensive coordinator and a head coach that failed to do a simple knee down, but the defensive coordinator and your DB coach. You would expect them to say, we're going to do prevent, we're going to keep everything in front of us, we're going to stand on the goal line, right?
Right. We're going to keep the receivers in front of us. Look at that right there. We have a pause. I mean, that's 4 DBs. 1 receiver's behind all 4 of them.
And this ain't Tyreek Hill.
All 4 of them.
This ain't Tyreek Hill. How did he get behind them? Like, come on.
I mean, they have no timeouts. They have no timeouts.
Because I know we're in Miami, but my man just ran right by him.
I mean,
look, they're throwing. See, that's just
they're throwing water bottles because it was so disgraceful.
Like, look at the entire like
look at them.
Vibe here. Like, even
they already won the game. Like, they already won the game. Everybody in the stands, everybody everywhere is looking at us like, oh, Georgia Tech's out of timeout. Okay, so down, you take a knee and the game's over. They run the ball and fumble. I mean, that's why that winning formation was created. To win the game. I mean, what?
Like,
it's crazy.
Let's see what he has to say real quick.
Oh, I can't even imagine. I think he tried to. I think he deflected it.
He's not even.
First half, but coming out the second half, doing some things and falling behind and getting up again. And then at the end of the game, a chance to put her away. And,
there's nothing to talk about.
There's chance to put it away.
There's nothing to talk about whatsoever other than
take a timeout right there, recalibrate, and just take it. And so they have a chance, and they took advantage of it and scored. So that's simple. Questions, please.
Mario, why didn't you guys take a knee on that?
Yeah, why didn't you take a knee? What do you say?
When I started, it was going to be a 157, and we could run about 127.
Oh man, my man's
Yeah,
deflecting.
stupid, dude.
And then it was recalibrated.
Recalibrated. Y'all had a
Yeah,
first
you're
down.
stupid, dude. Literally, all you do is look at the clock and see it's gonna burn down to 30 seconds. I mean, it wasn't like it was a 1 second difference. Like you had 6 extra seconds, 7 extra seconds.
That's it. From the ball 25 and they went 75 yards in 2 plays.
I mean, here's the thing, guys. Mario Cristobal. If you don't know who Mario Cristobal is, he used to be an Oregon head coach before he got
Then he went to exile. Then he went to I think like FIU.
Yeah, like he's been on a coaching carousel, man. He's also a Nick Saban graduate, if you would say.
Yeah, there's a few of them out there. Product of Saban.
But look at the thumbnail. What happened at the end? I mean, this is just unexcusable. We'll see this game be talked about for a while. What would have come? Do I think Miami would have won the national championship besides this? No, probably not. Of course not. But you hate to see like poor.
But dude, yeah, I mean, for the guys' sake, for the players' sake, dude. I mean, they deserve much better than that. They deserve so much better than that.
Like we said, they dominated Texas
when you're paid.
A&M
They dominated Texas A&M, huge wins, you know. And then this would be a win that feels just as good because it was a dogfight out there, and it came down to the last possession, and you put your trust in your coaches, and man, I feel bad for the players.
I was also watching
because they won that game, you know. I mean, like think about the shift of that. Rather than going to the locker room feeling good, celebrating with your friends and teammates, and achieving 5-0, they probably come into today and be ranked 10 to 12 in the country. And all of a sudden, because of a coaching error, I mean, it's just dead in the water. Everything, I mean, and you go to the locker room, and then all of a sudden, rather than celebrating and all of that, you lost the game because you don't even know how, and it just takes so much of the wind out. I mean, for not only then, but even it's gonna be. I just hope, I pray that they're able to put it behind them, come out the next week, and put together a good football game and put together a good remainder of this, because it's going to be very tough to respond to that, especially when it comes down to coaching like that. Like, man.
Yeah, I mean, especially
what's their schedule look like?
Yeah, especially when you got to go up to Raleigh next week. It's not going to be.
Yeah, who did handle their business and under what's his name from Texas? What's his?
Yeah, Mac Brown.
North Carolina's head coach.
Mac Brown.
Mac Brown, yeah. Who, I mean, I'll tell you what, Mac Brown would not have had that error. Mac Brown in 100 lifetimes would never have not need the ball there.
I see 4 losses immediately, dude. I see Florida State lose. They'll lose to Florida State. I feel like they're going to lose to Louisville. I feel like Clemson's going to take care of business, and North Carolina. So
you see another 4 on the schedule, including. So you're right at that rate too. You don't have that Georgia Tech loss to play with. And you're right. I mean, listen, North Carolina, it's going to be it could go either way. And I mean, North Carolina's put together a really good season. I'm in favor of North Carolina there. Clemson, I mean, you're really
demoralized.
Going to be dancing as well. NC State could even be an iffy one. And then you got Florida State and Louisville. Those are 2 more. I mean, so you're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and potentially even 5 with NC State. I mean, good Lord. I mean, that's another look at that. That's a strength of schedule right there.
Look at it. We could see they could lose out because this is a demoralizing loss. It's just going to see how do they come together? Are they going to come together and say, all right, this was on me? Because it's easy to play the blame game at this point. But how are you 20? It's a 20-point favorite. How are you only up by 3 at the end of that game? You got to look at the whole.
Yeah, you're right. That's a tough game right there, especially when you're playing at home. Against a 2-3 Georgia Tech, but I'll tell you what, you needed to be 5-0 going into that North Carolina game.
But I will say, guys, we're not going to spend too much time on the thought of Miami because Georgia Tech, we got to give it to Georgia Tech after losing to Bowling Green for them to go into Miami and find a way to win.
Green, dude.
Find a way to win.
Bowling Green.
That's a way to bounce back after losing to Bowling Green. I got to say that.
I mean, yeah, you're not kidding. Losing to Bowling Green by 11.
Yeah.
Like, not good. Not good.
Not a good look. Not a good look at all. But
not good. I mean,
Georgia Tech's going to be Georgia for sure. All right. It's said. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Viewer other content as well. Mikey, appreciate you joining me. And
always
jumping into Mario Cristobal dodging questions. So thank you.
Jesus, dodging questions.
Until next time, that's a peace out.
We'll see you at the next turn. Subscribe, come hang out with us more often.